I'm going to do a few minutes. Good evening. Tony Dottino here doing my Live with Tony, and I may not look the best this evening, but I got the unfortunate bug that we all worry about. COVID hit me this past weekend, and frustrating as I tried to think of where I was, what I've done, trying to be very conservative and not doing the things that we shouldn't be, or yeah, not doing the things we shouldn't be doing and following all the recommendations. And it somewhere came and got me from someplace. So, in any case, I was not in any shape to do a broadcast on Monday, and I'm in a little better shape to do one today. And obviously, sitting and not doing much of physical activity, had a chance to finish reading the Men's Health issue from April, May. Probably one of the best issues of Men's Health I've ever read for the consolidation of articles that it had in there from one to the next to the next. So, one to at least recap some of them. One was about the things that make us happy. So, what happy countries? So, they talked about Costa Rica and Finland and Bhutan, Bhutan. I don't even know where that is, but Norway. So, Norway, go outside. Just being outside helps enhance feelings of happiness. Iceland, strengthen your relationships. 98% of Icelanders believe they know someone they could rely on in time of need. Paraguay, smile more. Smiling elicits small improvements in mood, both yours and those of the people around you, while frowning can have the opposite effect. In Israel, there's an ample evidence that food impacts neuroplasticity and how much our brain forms and reorganizes synaptic connections and inflammation. South Africa, having family ties, then the clan and the community. It's not self-centered, it's about humanness and making sure your neighbor is okay. More attainable. Thought it was a fabulous article on countries that are rated high on a worldwide happiness surveys and scales that they do. And then comes along our video games, the new meditation. And they really highlighted a game which I thought was interesting. I don't know much about video games, but they were distinguishing the difference between the Call of Duty Warzone versus lawn mowing simulator. And it was interesting in reading this, the lawn mowing simulator. It's got 14 different sound effects, and it's more passive and more peaceful and is a very positive meditation game that by the time I was finished reading the article, it's almost like, God, do I need to go get this? It's good because you can train your brain to tame uh, the way it reacts and its inflammation and levels of that. And then it had another article, which I'm trying to get to right now, Living Past 100. Living Past 100. What was fascinating about this article is that, hey, if you're not going to be mentally fit, what's the point of living to 100? So it really basically said the average male lives 75 years old now, and the average female lives 5 years longer. So it was basically saying men's health, okay, here's how you can get a plan to add 5 years to your life. And it started by, well, you got to have mental health as well as physical health. Otherwise, if there's not a quality of life where you know what you're doing and you can enjoy it, what's the purpose of living longer? So it started off with tearing into good food, less red meat, processed meats, and adding just one serving of nuts, fruits, vegetables, and it can add 2.5 years to your life. I thought that was pretty powerful. We talk about the importance of nutrition in your brain and the differences that nutritional values have on your brain impacts. Obviously, quit smoking was another tip they have. Move, lift, and stretch. I was surprised at the importance of basic stretches, especially for legs, can scrub age from your arteries by making them less stiff, which reduces your risk of a heart attack. So I know we talk about for memory, brain fitness, right? We talk about the importance of exercise. Well, here it was talking about the importance of exercising, not just in weightlifting, and not just in flexibility, but doing stretches that help with your stiffness in your arteries. Taking the pressure off. If the blood pressure is too high, right, they want you to, they're saying if you just get to 135 over 85, you can make your body take 3 years younger. That's good news for me because I've never hit my blood pressure that high. So I was happy to see that I'm at a good point in that. Have a drink, but really enjoy it. 12 ounces of beer, 5 ounces of wine, and limit your intakes, and then call somebody. Stay in touch, socially interactive. We've talked about social inactivity for a while. Find your purpose in life. Have a purpose. What gets you up in that? Check your inflammation. What is the inflammation within your body systems? CRP test, and aim to lower it with a Mediterranean type dial. So inflammation within the body. Manage your stress. Manage your stress. Oh, that's not a good one. And so that was some of your tips. And then from there, I love it because this is what we talk about all the time: is you got to have your brain. Your brain's got to be working. What am I going to live for if I don't know what I'm doing and I don't recognize the people that I'm talking to? So let me wrap this one up for you. And it went on to talk about the importance of having a healthy brain. So 6 elements of brain health: social interaction, mental challenges, physical exercise and activity, managing stress levels so that you have the primary one, no money worries, maintain and play some brain games. Chess was one of the things that they highly recommended in terms of that. So that's sleeping, of course, without saying the importance of getting a good night's rest and sleep. So those were some of the things that I got out of reading today. So I at least made my COVID experience at least productive, and going through the April-May issue of Men's Health, which has been on my reading pile. So I've got a reading pile here, and I'm trying to catch up on it. So this is still reading that I've got to catch up on with all my current stuff. And then I went and got myself a book, The Illusionist Brain, The Neuroscience of Magic. So I've been piling up my reading to do, and at least now, with unfortunate part of getting COVID, was not as active and as going, so I had a chance to catch up a little bit. So that's my session for tonight, and hopefully you'll see me back on Friday, and I continue to get better, but I still feel it. My throat is a little bit raspy, and my glands or lymph nodes are still yucky, but at least I wanted to get back out and let you know that I'm still here and doing what I'm doing.